Summary of the Gilded 6 Bits by Zora Neale Hurston. Missy May is taking a bath at her clean and happy home, where she spent all day Saturday cleaning. As she puts on her clothes, she hears her husband Joe throw silver dollars in the open doorway. This is a sign that he is coming home from work. Missy May runs to the door and pretends to be angry as she searches the yard. She then chases Joe and playfully wrestles with him until she gets candy and other gifts from his pockets. This loving game is a sign of how happy they are to be married. Joe tells Missy May over dinner that he is going to take her to the new ice cream shop in town. It is owned by Otis D. Slemons, who just moved there from Chicago. Slemons is a big, well-dressed man who wears a lot of gold and brags about how famous he is with wealthy women. The couple talks about Slemons after their trip to the ice cream shop. Joe likes Slemons' style and hopes he could be as confident as he is. Missy May is less sure about what Slemons says, but she is interested in his wealth and wonders how she and Joe could get their own gold money. The banks start to do the coin toss game and parade Missy May at Slemons' shop every Saturday. One night, Joe walks home from work early and thinks about how happy he is with his wife and how much he wants children. He sneaks into the house to surprise Missy May, but then he hears noises and is shocked to find Slemons in their bedroom only half-dressed. Slemons offers gold money to beg for his life. Joe hits Slemons twice. When Slemons runs away, Joe finds that he is holding on to the man's golden watch charm. Missy May is sad and tells Joe that she still loves him but that Slemons has promised her his gold. The couple still lives together, but Missy May's cheating has changed their daily routine. They can't talk during meals, and they can't play on Saturday afternoons. One night, Joe comes home and says his back hurts. He then asks Missy May to rub him with linseed oil. They end up sleeping together again, which makes Missy May very happy, until she finds Slemons' gold piece under her pillow. She sees that the gold piece is just a $50 covered in gold. She gives Joe the coin back to him. After a while, it becomes clear that Missy May is pregnant. She tells Joe that it will be a little boy who looks just like him, but Joe says he doesn't believe her. After the baby is born, Joe's mother, who didn't like the idea of them getting married, says how much the baby looks like Joe. Joe stays away for a few days, and then he does something he hasn't done in a long time. He goes to Orlando to buy food for his family. He buys candy for Missy May with the gold $50 and tells the shop worker that he beat Slemons and now has a little boy at home. The dime, which was a sign of how far apart they were, has been traded for candy kisses, which is what Joe always gives Missy May. When he gets back to Eatonville, Joe throws silver dollars in the doorway again. This is a sign that their marriage has been fixed.
About the author. Hurston was born in Alabama, but when she was young, her family moved to Eatonville, Florida. This was the first all-black town to be incorporated in the United States. She thought of Eatonville as her hometown and set many of her works there. She had a pretty happy youth until her mother died in 1904. After that, she worked at a few different jobs before becoming a maid for a moving Gilbert and Sullivan show. Hurston went to Howard University and got an associate degree in 1924. She then moved to New York City, where she met Langston Hughes and other famous Harlem Renaissance writers. She started putting out short stories in different magazines and going to Barnard College to study anthropology. Hurston studied under the famous linguist Franz Boas and graduated from Barnard in 1928 as the first black woman to do so. She would later use her skills in anthropology to gather African American folktales in the South. Hurston was married 3 times, and her first 2 marriages ended in divorce. During her time, she wrote both fiction and nonfiction. Her most famous work was the 1937 book Their Eyes Were Watching God. Hurston kept writing, teaching, and collecting folk tales. For her study, she won top awards like the Guggenheim. In her later years, though, she had a lot of emotional and financial problems, and she ended up dying poor in 1960.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.